So, which group matches are you looking forward to in this World Cup?
India versus Pakistan.
No. Football World Cup. Let's have a look together then. Before we begin, I would just like to say that these are the group games that I consider as the top 5 must-watch group matches. Let's begin with number 5. We have got the Group H fixture between Uruguay and Ghana. These two teams have played against each other only once. It was during that storied quarterfinal game in 2010 in South Africa. Just to put things in context, Ghana was on the verge of becoming the first African nation to qualify for the World Cup semi-final until Luis Suarez, or should we say Luis Suarez's hand, denied them that opportunity. We all know what happened after that, as Ghana's dream crashed and burned right in front of their eyes. As luck would have it, Ghana find themselves in the same group as Uruguay this World Cup, and Ghana would love to bury the ghost of 2010 with a thumping win over them. So that's Uruguay versus Ghana at number 5. At number 4, we have got another Group H fixture between Uruguay and Portugal. If you were to ask me, Group H is the real group of death in this World Cup. It includes Uruguay, Portugal, Ghana and South Korea. Both Portugal and Uruguay are fancied to go through to the next round from Group H. There will be some extra spice in the contest between these two, as it was Uruguay who had knocked Portugal out of the last World Cup in 2018. Yes, Uruguay finds itself in the crosshairs of both Portugal and Ghana in this already stacked Group H. So that's Uruguay versus Portugal at number 4. Moving on to number 3, we have got the Group C fixture between Argentina and Mexico. I was tempted to put this game at number 4 instead of number 3, but given the fact that Argentina is a serious contender at this year's World Cup, I think this spot is right for this game. Argentina's game against Mexico, who are no pushovers by any stretch of the imagination, is their opportunity to show the world that Argentina means business. Argentina is on an unbeaten streak of 35 games. Argentina last lost a game in 2019, over 3 years ago. They are close to beat Italy's record of 37 unbeaten games. Their game against Mexico will set the tone for Argentina's campaign. So that's Argentina versus Mexico at number 3. Moving on, at number 2, we have got the Group F fixture between Belgium and Croatia. The current world number 2 against the runner-up of the last World Cup. Need I say more? Like Argentina, Belgium is a serious contender at this World Cup too. Their game against Croatia will be a litmus test of sorts. Belgium has been among the most consistent teams at the international stage. In fact, they were the number 1 ranked team in the world for an extended period of time since 2015, until Brazil overtook them earlier this year. Having said that, they haven't won a single major tournament in their entire footballing history. This time in Qatar, Belgium certainly got a team to go all the way, with the usual suspects De Bruyne, Lukaku, Hazard, Courtois, among others. As for Croatia, most among the heroes of the 2018 World Cup campaign, such as Ivan Rakitic and Mario Mandzukic, have retired from international football. Thus, Belgium will begin as favourites heading into this game. So that's Belgium versus Croatia at number 2. Before we find out which game is number 1 on this list, let's have a look at few honorable mentions which are not part of my top 5. In fact, there are 4 of them. We're going to have a look at them one by one. The first fixture, which is not part of my top 5, is Iran versus USA in Group B. This fixture was already going to be a high voltage game even before the current ongoing protests in Iran began. There has been bad blood between these two nations for over 5 decades. Plus, it has been over 2 decades that these two teams last played against each other. The geopolitical undertone to this game cannot be denied. Moreover, Iran is currently the number 1 side in Asia, and they know the conditions in Qatar very well. It would be like playing in their own backyard for them. As it happens, the ball is in USA's court. Next up, we got another Group B fixture which is again not part of my top 5. England versus Wales. This is going to be the first occasion that these two neighbors would be playing against each other at the World Cup, largely due to the fact that this is the only second time that Wales has qualified for the competition. Wales last played 64 years ago in the World Cup in 1958 in Sweden. Wales would love to have won over its big brother neighbor at the biggest stage of them all, for the bragging rights. Next up, we got Netherlands versus Senegal, which is, let me be precise, not part of my top 5. An European giant against the number 1 African side. I say yes please. Both teams have a point to prove. Netherlands didn't play in the last edition in Russia. As for Senegal, this is the first time in their history that they have qualified for 2 consecutive World Cups. Moreover, they are high on confidence after having won the Africa Cup of Nations earlier this year. Again, a first for Senegal. And lastly, we got France vs Denmark, which is again not part of my top 5. Just like in 2018 edition, France and Denmark find themselves in the same group. Not only that, France and Denmark were in the same group during this year's UEFA Nations League, where Denmark beat France in both home and away fixtures. This has forced France, who remember are the defending world champions, to go back to the drawing board and reassess their strategy going into Qatar. So this fixture is going to prove crucial to France's overall World Cup campaign. And now, without further ado, we are going to talk about the number 1 on this list of the top 5 must-watch group games, which is the Group E fixture between Germany and Spain. The number 1 on this list was an obvious choice, as we got 2 former world champions in the same group, the only group of this kind in Qatar. Both of these teams are at an interesting juncture, with each of them trying to find their footing to regain the composure and confidence that they are known for. For the time being, between these two teams, I only consider Spain among the top 5 favorites to win this World Cup. Germany doesn't make the cut for me. You can check my last video on the top right here, where I have listed my top 5 favorites. But if Germany were to win this game, they will be right back in business. Dare I say, they will probably reach the last 4. Guess we'll wait and see. As for Spain, they have done just about enough in recent years. In fact, they start as favorites going into this game. As on 6th of October, Spain is ranked 7th in the world, whereas Germany 11th. All things considered, this promises to be a game to remember. So, whom do you think? Sorry, cricket game. What did I miss?